back to F1 Podcast. Well, we're going to be talking about engines and circuits this episode, Max. It all started when Canada got dropped from the Grand Prix for 2009. I logged onto the net, I saw the news, I couldn't believe it, mate. Do you want to start us off? What do you think about this?
I'm gutted. I'm absolutely gutted.
It's ridiculous.
The circuit, Gilles Villeneuve will no longer be around. The Villeneuve name will no longer be associated with Formula One in the great country of Canada. It's an outrage. It's a fantastic circuit. If I did a straw poll with all you guys out there watching this at the moment, asking you whether you wanted Canada on the calendar or not, I reckon 99.9% of you would say, of course we do. What a stupid question.
And I think the person who said no, they didn't want it on would get attacked by you guys and possibly by us as well. I mean, it's ridiculous. There's no race in North America at all now, and Canada is the Canadians love their F1 racing.
And the drivers love going to Canada. They love going to the circuit. They love the nightlife of the city around there and all that sort of thing.
And as you said, Max, it's a great circuit. And, unfortunately, as usual, it's all about money. Canada hasn't ponied up the money. Maybe they will and they'll come back. But I think it's ridiculous, mate, what's going on with Canada. I'd love to see Canada, North America, I'd love to see Mexico, another South American race. I mean, bring it on.
Look, we know, hosting a Grand Prix is a lot of money and all that sort of thing, and, there's no doubt about that. But I was a little bit encouraged to see the Canadian Member of Parliament turn around and say, well, we're going to try and do something about this. I still, to this day and age, think it's absolutely amazing that there's no Formula One race in North America. I'm still stunned by it. We've had Indy and Watkins Glen and all that sort of thing in the past. And, for a world that touts itself as a world form of motorsport, not to have a race in North America, to me, is just insane. I think Bernie and co should do everything they can to get favour back with the North American audience and pull out all stops to host a bloody Grand Prix there. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, do it. I'm sure there's a bit of game playing going on, and maybe they're just negotiating. But to release the calendar without Canada, very disappointing.
Oh, stunned.
Yeah. And, since then, there's been talk about the French Grand Prix and the money around that and whether that will continue. And, meanwhile, Spain's got 2 Grand Prix and, no disrespect to the Spanish, you've got a double world champion. But as Max just said, we're talking about a world championship. And likewise, there needs to be a race in France.
There's 2 races in Italy as well. I mean, surely this can be farmed out.
Maybe they need more Grand Prix, mate. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe they need 20 races, and I was looking at the geography.
Maybe Bernie needs 20 races, mate, or maybe Bernie wants 20 races so he can get some extra moolah. But for Canada, for example, and even Manucore, to have to bow out due to money constraints. I mean, look at all the money and goodwill it brings into both of those countries' economies. There's things that can be done, I'm sure, to make it reasonable for both of these great circuits to have a Grand Prix.
Exactly.
Mind you, I don't really like Manucore. I was just mainly saying that about Canada, but you get my drift. Sorry, go.
All right, mate. Well, moving on to one of the newest circuits, Abu Dhabi. They've released the circuit plans, the layout, a few artists' impressions and things. So, more circuits in the Middle East, and I've got to say that it looked very much to me like a Singapore kind of layout with the marina and the
It seems to be
waterfront.
the thing now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Design a new track, but it's got to be on water. It's got to have
Get
a water
Herman
feature.
in and put a marina around it, and you've got an F1 circuit.
Mate, from what I've seen, yeah, you're right. From what I've seen of the Abu Dhabi circuit, or the preliminary sketches and the like, it looks a pretty interesting race. One of the things they're going to do is, as I'm sure you guys, or a majority of you know, is build a hotel over the circuit so the guests can sit there and watch the cars go by, which is a bit of a novelty, I guess you'd agree. But yeah, it seems to be have a water feature, and you'll and pay me, i.e. Bernie, millions and millions of pounds, and we'll give you a Grand Prix.
So Max, 2010, 2011, do you reckon you and I will be on Yas Island in a hotel overlooking the circuit, you know,
Oh, yeah.
cocktail, a couple of beers.
Yeah, all of that. No,
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.